Meaning into words unit 4. If you have got book, you can look at page number 32. Exercise 4.2. Okay, let me start. Page number 32, exercise 4.2, verbs and adjectives. Verbs are action words, whereas adjectives are describing words. Verbले action डिनर गर्छ भने एडजेक्टिभले कुनै विशेषता बताउँछ. विशेषता, रूप, रङ कस्तो छ यी कुराहरू बताउँछ एडजेक्टिभले. That's what you have to do. दिएको वर्डको लागि वर्डहरू छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ एडजेक्टिभ फर्ममा चेन्ज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. एक्सरसाइज 4.2 भेरी सिम्पल, एकदम सजिलो छ. लाइक इन द इक्जाम्पल डिप्रेस, डिप्रेसिङ, अफेन्ड, अफेन्सिभ. लाइक द्याट यु हेभ टु ट्राई. सबले ट्राई गर्ने. द वर्ड्स गिभन हियर आर इम्प्रेस, एट्र्याक्ट, अपसेट, एक्साइट, इरिटेट, सरप्राइज, इन्ट्रेस्ट, कन्फ्युज, एस्टोनिस, अफेन्ड, सक, एम्युज. यिनीहरूलाई बनाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ. यसको एडजेक्टिभ फर्म इम्प्रेस, इम्प्रेसिभ, एट्र्याक्ट, एट्र्याक्टिभ, अपसेट, अपसेटिङ, एक्साइट, एक्साइटिङ, इरिटेट, इरिटेटिङ, सरप्राइज, सरप्राइजिङ, इन्ट्रेस्ट, इन्ट्रेस्टिङ, कन्फ्युज, कन्फ्युजिङ, एस्टोनिस, एस्टोनिसिङ, अफेन्ड, अफेन्सिभ, सक, सकिङ, एम्युज, एम्युजिभ, एम्युजिङ. ओके, AMUSING. In that way you can do. Just try it yourself. आफै ट्राई गर्न एकचोटि and I will help you. Okay, next exercise. Look at the example. The example says, what do you think of politics? माथिको दिएको वर्डलाई अब यहाँ युज गर्नेलाई सेन्टेन्समा युज गर्ने. Oh, I find politics really depressing. Yes, politics depresses me too. And D says, yes, I agree. I get terribly depressed when people talk about politics. Sentence, any sort of sentence you can create of your own. आफ्नो तरिकाले जस्तो खालको सेन्टेन्स पनि बनाए हुन्छ. Okay, the topic is about politics and A says, what do you think of politics? B says, okay, oh, I find politics really depressing. The word depress is used. Depress इज इन द इक्जाम्पल माथि टपमा इक्जाम्पल दिएको छ तर त्यसको डिप्रेसिङ फर्म युज गरेको छ ओ सी सेज yes politics depresses me too and D says yes I agree I get terribly depressed when people talk about politics in the same way you have to do त्यस्तै गरिकन गर्नुपर्छ वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल है त्यो माथिको पोलिटिक्स छ नि इक्जाम्पलमा त पोलिटिक्सलाई अन्डरलाइन गर त ओके ओके त्यो अन्डरलाइन गरेको पोलिटिक्सको सट्टामा चाहिँ के वाट यु हेभ टु डु दिएको इक्जाम्पलहरू छ नि वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल स्लिम पिपल हु स्पिक सेभरल ल्याङ्ग्वेजेस हरर फिल्म्स पिपल हु टक एबाउट देम सेल्फ पिपल हु स्वेयर पिपल विथ डर्टी फिङ्गर नेल्स पिपल हु विसल अल द टाइम यी वर्डहरू राख्नुपर्छ ओके नम्बर 1 वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल ओके ए सेज वाट डु यु थिङ्क अफ वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल नथिङ इज देयर जस्ट इक्जाम्पलमा छ पोलिटिक्सको सट्टामा वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल राख्दिनँ जस्ट त्यति है वाट डु यु थिङ्क अफ वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल ओ आई फाइन्ड पोलिटिक्स नि अन्डरलाइन दिस पोलिटिक्स ओके इन्स्टेड अफ दिस पोलिटिक्स राइट डाउन आई फाइन्ड वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल रियल्ली हाउ डु यु फाइन्ड यी वर्ड मध्येमा एउटा चुज गर्ने ओके मैले चुज गरेँ एक्साइट ओके एक्साइटको के हुन्छ एक्साइटिङ ओके ओ आई फाइन्ड वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल रियल्ली एक्साइटिङ एन्ड सी सेज येस वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल एक्साइट्स मी टु ओके वर्ल्ड कप फुटबल ओके एक्साइट्स मी टु डी सेज येस आई एग्री I get terribly excited when people talk about World Cup football. Very simple. एकदम सजिलो छ Okay, question number 2 त्यसै गरी ट्राई गर्ने what question number 2 says people who speak several languages okay पोलिटिक्सको ठाउँमा people who speak several languages राख्ने okay let me go to द इक्जाम्पल 1 सेकेन्ड इक्जाम्पलमा जाने एकचोटि इक्जाम्पलको हेर्ने अनि त्यस्तै गरिकन सेन्टेन्स बनाउने इक्जाम्पलमा के छ पोलिटिक्स छ त्यो पोलिटिक्सलाई निकाल्ने हटाउने त्यहाँबाट ओके ए सेज वाट यु थिङ्क अफ पिपुल हु स्पिक सेभरल ल्याङ्ग्वेजेस वाट डु यु थिङ्क अफ पिपुल हु स्पिक सेभरल ल्याङ्ग्वेजेस ओके एन्ड बी सेज ओके ओ I find people who speak several languages really amusing, really shocking, really irritating, really confusing, okay? Really surprising. Okay, choice is yours. तिमीमा भर पर्छ. But don't try to write negative statement. Negative statement सकेसम्म नलेख्नु. For that you have to give reason. Okay, better right. Okay, really amusing. Okay, shocking. And she says, yes, people who speak several languages, okay, amuses me too. Amuse me too. Okay, surprise me too. Shock me too. And he says, yes, I agree. I terribly amused when people talk about several languages. In that way you can do. Question number C. Sorry, it's 3. People who talk about themselves. Next word is people who talk about themselves. Try once again. What do you think of people who talk about themselves? What do you think of people who talk about themselves? Question मै छ यो माथि पोलिटिक्सको ठाउँमा people who talk about themselves राखेको मात्र हो. And B says, oh, I find people who talk about themselves really depressing, okay, really irritating, really upsetting, okay. She says, yes, people who talk about themselves depresses me too. And D says, yes, yes, I agree. I get terribly upset, amused, okay, surprised, or any word you can write, okay. Terribly depressed when people talk about themselves. Next question number 4. People with dirty fingernails. People with dirty fingernails. Just try. What do you think of people with dirty fingernails? And B says, oh, I find really shocking. And she says, yes, people with dirty fingernail shock me too. D says, yes, I agree. I get terribly shocked when when people have their fingers dirty. And what do you get it? Slim people. Okay. Next exercise. Next topic, slim people. Okay. Try yourself. आप एकचोटि ट्राई गर्ने त. इक्जाम्पलमा जस्तै. Okay. What do you think of what do you think of slim people? A says, B says, oh, I find slim people really impressive. She says, yes, slim people impress me too. D says, yes, I agree. I get terribly impressed when slim people come around me. Now, question number 6, horror films. What do you think of horror films? B says, oh, I find horror films really astonishing. And she says, yes, horror films astonish me too. D says, yes, I agree. I get terribly astonished when people watch horror films. People who swear. Next topic. Next question number 7. People who swear. जसले चाहिँ कसम खान्छ. How do you find those people? कस्तो लाग्छ त्यस्ता मान्छेहरू? What do you think of people who swear? B says, oh, I find them really irritating. C says, yes, people who swear irritate me too. And D says, yes, I agree. I get terribly irritated when people swear all the time. And last number, question number 8. People who whistle all the time. What do you think of people who whistle all the time? Oh, I find them really irritating. And she says, yes, people who whistle all the time irritate me too. And D says, yes, I agree. I get terribly irritated when people whistle all the time. Now go to 4.3, your own attitude. 4.2, it is a free practice. Okay, you do yourself. आफै गर्ने free practice हो. Now exercise 4.4. If there's one thing, if there's one thing. Now presentation is there. Explain the difference between the relative clause in these two sentences. If there is one thing that gets on my nerves, it's people who jump queues. If there is one thing I can't stand, it's people who don't look where they are going. Now in the same way, what you have to do, now write these sentences beginning if there's one thing. Just try. Look at the example. Example that आफूले एकचोटि try गर्ने त. Okay. If there is one thing that gets on my nerves, it's from the example but it's people who smoke in restaurants. If there is one thing that I can't stand, it's people who smoke in restaurant. Question number 2. People who are cruel to animal upset me. If there's one thing that gets on my nerves, it's people who are cruel to animals. If there is one thing I can't stand, it's people who are cruel to animals. Just try, यसरी try गर्ने हो. Next practice example is there. Let's do that also. पनि गर्ने. Page number 41, composition in 120 to 180 years old. Do this composition. And try to complete all these exercises. Sub exercise complete गर्ने कोसिस गर्ने. Very easy. सजिलो छ. If you find any problem, just go to page number 39. Okay, summary of language is given there. You can look. Okay, in this unit, what you have learned. Okay, in this unit, you have learned how to express your attitude to people and things, comment on people's characters, describe your reaction to experience. Now, what are key points? Okay, verb and adjectives for expressing habit: depressed, exciting, offensive. तपाईँको IBE अथवा ING लगाउने. Right? Special expression of attitude. Okay, if there is one thing that depresses, if there is one thing that I can't, यो दुईटैले मन पर्दैन भन्ने कुरा जनाउँछ. Let's do this. Passive in describing process. And next class we will discuss all about unit 5. In unit 5 we will learn about duration. Okay? We learn about duration. Okay? We will practice about using how long. Okay? For expressing duration. We learn about point of time, period of time, since and for. In present perfect continuous always use point of time and period of time. घडीको सुईले इन्डिकेट गर्ने टाइमहरु सबै period of time. Like for example, 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, okay, 10 nights, 10 weeks, 10 years, okay, 10 century, 10 decades. All this come under period of time. यसलाई सधैँ for प्रयोग गर्ने. And point of time, just point, specific point is there. Okay? Like 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. childhood, student life. Okay? 2007, 2013, 2015, in that way. 9 o'clock, all these come under point of time. Point of time like के गर्ने, since ले indicate गर्ने. Unit 5 you will be learning. More than that, in unit 5, okay, you will learn about, okay, early, mid and late of a decade. एउटा decade जस्तै 30s भन्यो भने 30s indicate the time duration between 30 to 40. Okay, early 30 indicates, okay, 30, 31, 32, 33, okay, 34. Mid 30 means 35, okay, and late 30 means 37, 38, 39. Okay, त्यसरी आउँछ. 30s भनेको 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay, and Odd 30 indicates 30, 31, 32, 33. Mid 30 indicates 35 and 36. Okay. Late 30 indicates last दिएका 37, 38, 39. Okay. That you learn in Unit 5. Unit 5 मा learn गर्ने कुरा यही हो. And Unit 6. In Unit 6 you will be learning about reporting. How to report कसरी गर्ने. Excuse me. Okay. Threaten, beg, suggest, insist. Okay. All these are reporting verbs. Okay. Using these reporting verbs, okay, you will be reporting. You will be learning how to report. कसरी report गर्ने भनेर. Unit 7, you will be learning about deduction and explanation. Okay. This Unit 5, page number 64. This exercise, okay, must, can't, might, may. This is one of the sure question. यो एकदम sure question हो. Please, okay, learn it very carefully. Tick it. टिक गरेर राख्दा हुन्छ. Okay. We will be discussing in our next class. हाम्रो अर्को क्लासमा हामी के गर्ने भन्ने कुरोमा just प्रिभ्यू मात्र गरिराखेको हो. We are not doing any exercise. हामी कुनै exercise गरिराखेको पनि छैन. Okay. In this unit, okay, in Unit 7, okay, you learn about conditional structures, especially about, okay, past tense को conditional structure. Okay, according to the conditional sentence, okay, you have to write, okay, the correct form of the verb. Okay, conditional condition is there, so it is conditional sentence. Okay? Conditional, okay, always begins with if connective. If connective सँग हुन्छ. For example, if I speak, you will listen. If I teach, you will learn. Condition is there. Okay, especially about past conditional structure we will be doing in this unit, Unit 7. Unit 8, advantage and disadvantage. Okay. Everything has its own advantage and disadvantage. प्रत्येक चीजको आफ्नो advantage हुन्छ. Okay. Even a rose has thorns. Okay. रोजमा पनि के हुन्छ, काँडा हुन्छ. काँडा छ भन्नेमा यसको डिसएडभान्टेज मात्र हेर्ने हैन, एडभान्टेज पनि धेरै छ. Page number 77. Okay. This exercise 2, change the suggestion below using ought to, ought not to, might as well, or there is no point. This is one of the important exercise. एकदम important exercise हो यो. Please note it down. In that way, we will go on discussing, okay? Please, okay? Try to understand. If you don't understand, okay, you can write me in comment section. के बुझेन त comment section मा छोडिदिने. Okay? And I will repeat it once again. Okay? Please, okay, whenever you come to the class, okay, please come with your pencil, eraser, copy, book, everything, okay? What you need, okay? Come with your belongings, आफ्नो belongings लिएर सबै कुराहरु लिएर आउने. Don't miss it, okay? Online class is not like physical class. Physical class जस्तो हुँदैन. Okay, आजलाई यति गरौँ. भोलि यही टाइममा भेटौँला. Okay, bye bye.